Hello, this is my Physics 2212 lab report on charged tape. I will be going over the introduction and purpose, then review some fundamentals for the experiment. Later, I will go over the experimental design and the computational model, and I will conclude with further understanding. The purpose of this lab is to determine the amount of excess electrical charge that is left on a piece of clear tape. To do so, we will create an experiment and then model it with code to aid in our calculations. As a result, it was found that the clear tape had a charge of negative 3.28 times 10 to the negative 8 coulombs. In this lab, I use Coulomb's law, which is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught times charge 1 charge 2 over distance squared. I also used Newton's second law, which states force equals mass times acceleration. Additionally, some of the knowns for the experiment are the system, which is the tape, and the surroundings, which is everything else, like the table, atmosphere, my hand, etc. The charge of an electron is negative 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19th coulombs, and the area of an atom is 1 times 10 to the negative 20th meters. In the experiment, the tape length was 0.342 meters and the mass was 0.002 kilograms per meter. For the design of the experiment, I stuck 2 pieces of tape together on a fixed surface and quickly tore the top piece. This charges the tapes, in which I measured this displacement of charge. And then I found that the distance between the 2 pieces of tape was 0.038 meters. For the computational model, I used GlowScript, and here you can see the equations and the data I inputted into the code. There are equations for the force of gravity, the charge of the tape, the number of atoms, the number of excess electrons, and the ratio of the two. And all the values for these variables are inputted at the top. Then, in the program section of the code, I ran the information for the top piece of tape, and after running the code, I found that the electric charge was negative 3.28 times 10 to the negative 8 coulombs, and there were 769 quadrillion atoms on the surface. The error, accounting for the error, the source of discrepancies comes from the fact that the charges on the tape were not equal and that we are not dealing with point charges. And sources of error can come from the loss of electrons when handling the tape. The weight is an estimate, and the additional forces that are unaccounted for other than gravity in the surroundings. Now, for our further understanding, what if electrons had a positive charge and protons had negative charge? Would anything change? No. In our observations would not change, since the protons and electrons would still have the same and opposite charge. Their behavior would remain consistent. And why is it important to handle the charged tapes as little as possible? This is because electrons want to reach an equilibrium and distribute themselves. Thus, any form of contact, whether it's my hand or another object, the tape will slowly lose its charge and become neutral. Thus, it would not be able to accurately calculate the created charge on the tapes. And thank you for watching my presentation.